Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Y'all already know how we do it over here. No sugarcoat, no fluff, no chasing, just straight up clarity. And today's vibe is the person on your mind and their exact feelings. So we're starting here with the 3 cards. I need you to meditate on the 3 cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This is card 1 with the teal blue glass crystal, card 2, yellow, and card 3, tangerine. So let's get straight into your reading. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Y'all already know how we do it over here. No sugar, no fluff, no chasing, just straight up clarity. Today's vibe is the person on your mind and their exact feelings. So we're starting here with pile 1. And if your energy pulled you here to the teal blue glass crystal and the high priestess card, then baby, sit tight because this message is already vibrating on your frequency. Okay, so let me just say this up front. If this is your pile, this connection is deeper than surface tension. All right, and this ain't no random thought. It's like they have been in your energetic field heavy, and the weight of what they feel is catching up to them now, okay? Because you electrify the space you enter. And even if they tried to deny it, they have never met energy like yours, okay? This isn't just attraction, it's impact and trust. They feel every bit of it. Now, their thoughts, obsessive thoughts, okay? Their emotions, unstable but undeniable. Their pride, still in the room, but cracking at the seams, okay? So you're not just on their mind, you are in their system. And they're feeling you in the silence, the songs, the places they didn't expect. And they are low-key fighting the pull, okay? But losing the battle. Every time your name crosses their chest, it's like, whoa, what just happened? Okay? Now listen, don't go nowhere because as soon as what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull your next card, right? And I'm about to show you what they're not saying out loud and what their next energetic move actually is. And also stay through the end of your reading because I'm going to break down the total energetic frequency of this connection so you walk away knowing exactly where this is going and what they feel for real and whether you need to stand still, open up, or walk away clean. All right. So let's go ahead and pull your next card and let's get into what's next. All right. What is the energy spirit as it does relate? What is coming through? You got here the stone. Stone card is interesting, right? And we're going to pull one more and then I'll read the energy together. You have Aries, which is the radical. And it's also that fire energy. So y'all know how we do it. I do not like to hold back, and something very, very real is showing up here, okay? This person thought you were for play, but baby, they were mistaken. And I'm going to tell you why. But we're going to start here with the stone card. Let's see. Listen, okay. This is deep because this ain't lightweight energy, first of all, okay? This card shows up when someone underestimated the depth, the weight, the power of what they were dealing with, okay? Now, they thought you were soft like sand, but your pressure formed, okay? Grounded and built to last. This is legacy energy, not a flame. Because this is the thing, you hold your own no matter what room you walk into, okay? And that's something that they can't deny. And the moment they realized that about you, it shook them. Now combine that with the Aries radical, okay? Baby, listen, this person didn't see it coming. They thought you were cute, predictable, maybe even passive, but what they got is fired forward motion and no fear. So this is the energy of, you're not going to toy with me and then come back like I'm still on the same page. Honey, you lit a match that they weren't ready to carry. Hot and heavy energy. Okay. And now this person is sitting over there like, damn, did I fumble something real? Like, what just happened? Okay. And the answer, yeah, they did. They did. But here's the thing. They still think about how to fix it. They stay locked in because, honey, they want to get back into your good graces. All right. Now, they stay locked in, but I need you to stay locked in because I'm pulling the next card, and what's coming in next is going to show whether they're just thinking or actually moving towards you, okay? And I'm summarizing the total energetic frequency at the end, so don't click away. All right, so let's go ahead and get your next card in here. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? All right, what is coming through? You're mine. This person says, I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know you're mine. Now, didn't we just get some obsessive energy a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago? What? Look at this. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Well, baby, it's not a ripple anymore. This is a full-blown tidal wave of possession, regret, and desperate realization. Honey, let's call it what it is. This person is low-key spiraling at the thought of you being seen, touched, or even smiled at by anyone else. And yes, they know it's not healthy, but do they care? Not even a little bit. You know why? Because you have become the standard that they measure everyone else against, and nothing is hitting like you do. This isn't jealousy for attention. This is jealousy because they know they had the real thing and fumbled it trying to treat it casual. Okay, now they are in this loud mental loop like, wait, what if someone else recognizes who they are before I make it right? You are not just in their thoughts. You're their undoing, okay? Their undoing. That part. Honey, don't go anywhere because when I pull the next card, we're about to find out if this person is finally ready to step up, or is this whole energy, right? If this whole energy is just obsession with no action. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your next card. See what's coming through. All right, so let's see. Okay, see what we got. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, okay. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? You got the clear quartz. Get crystal clear. Girl, this is when you have to detox. Okay, this is the stone that allows you to detox people, places, things, events. This is it, right? And thank you, Spirit, because with you pulling the clear quartz, Let me tell you, this ain't subtle, okay? This is the spiritual glass cleaner. It's exposure, it's clarity, it's that you can't lie to yourself anymore kind of energy. And right now, that's what this person is swimming in, okay? Because the fog has lifted. They see exactly who you are. They see exactly what they did. And they see exactly what it cost them. This card screams, no more distortion, no more distractions, no more pretending it didn't matter. This ain't about fantasy anymore. It's reality. Crystal freaking clear. And what's clear? You are the one. And not just a one, the only one who ever made them feel seen and shook at the same time. They are realizing, honey, they're realizing, damn, I'm not confused. I'm just scared. And now I have waited so long that I might lose my shot to somebody who actually deserves them. So now the mirror is turned and they're asking themselves, am I even on this person's level anymore? Don't click off now, because the next card is about to show whether they're about to level up or if your energy is just too far gone to reach. Okay, and stay locked in until the end, because I'm wrapping this up with the full energetic breakdown, where this is headed, what you need to do, and what's really going on beneath it all. So let's get your next card. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? All right, what is the energy coming through? Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what you got. Look at that, the Fool. Didn't I say they thought you were for play? But they were mistaken. Y'all, clarity, fam. Look. You see it now, right? You see it. And so do they. Because this person has been on edge for a minute, teetering between bold leap and comfort zone. Retreat, right? But now clarity hit different. The illusions are burned off. The mask is off. The what ifs, a choice. This Fool card is screaming, I'll risk it all, but only if I know that there's a chance you'll meet me at the edge. Let's be real. They acted reckless before, thinking like you would always be there to catch the fall. But now they're scared to jump because they're not sure if you're still looking in their direction. So that's the key. They're not sure if you're still open. Okay, so this energy is raw. It's vulnerable. It's that I didn't know what I had till the silence got loud type of realization. And the wild part is this. They're ready to leap. But not just into your arms, into accountability, into actual growth. Because they want to prove that they're not that version of themselves anymore. But here's the twist. This time, you get to decide if their leap is worth your landing. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull your final card, and then we're going to summarize this person's total energetic frequency. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate here, coming through? All right. Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. Why am I not surprised with the photograph card coming through? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. Oh yeah, this one's personal because this person isn't just reminiscing. They are stuck in a loop. Okay, scrolling, rereading, rewatching every screenshot, every smile, every video. Okay, they are living in your digital shadow, but it's deeper than that. Okay, because they are not just looking at pictures, they are staring into a mirror of who they were when they had access to you. And it's burning. Because, look, what they had with you, it wasn't just cute, it was rare. It was rare. Now, here's the plot twist. They are not just sitting in the past, they are fantasizing about the future, making new memories, wanting that us back, but different, but different this time. They want it different this time. More grown, more honest, more intentional. But here's the question. Is nostalgia enough to build a future? Or are they just addicted to the highlight reel? Okay. Right. This is the total energetic frequency of this connection. This connection is magnetic, karmic, and emotionally charged AF. But more than that, it's awakening. You were the mirror they didn't ask for, but couldn't look away from. You cracked something open, and now they are obsessed with the version of themselves that they could have been with you. They want back in. And not for control, but for redemption. But here's the thing, Clarity family. You're not who you were either, okay? You're not. You are clear. You're calm. You're standing in a frequency that no longer chases clarity from others because you are the clarity. So while they're over there staring at pictures, you're deciding whether you even want to turn the page. And see, that's the power shift. This time, you're the one choosing if this story gets a sequel, okay, or stays a classic. That's your reading, Clarity family. If this resonated deep, you already know, honey, book your personal reading using the link in the description because there's a lot more I couldn't say publicly. And if you want me to tap into your energy directly, I got you. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay soft, stay powerful, stay clear. Sending you lots of love and good energy. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Y'all already know the vibe. We're not sugarcoating a thing. We're diving straight in. Pile 2, Yellow Glass Crystal and the King of Pentacles. Let's talk because this Yellow Glass Crystal, It caught your eye, and this King of Pentacles energy landed in your spread. Somebody's pressed that you're glowing, pressed you're grounded, pressed that you're finally starting to see yourself the way that they always knew they should have, but never stepped up to. This King energy is layered. It's layered because on one side, you got someone watching from a distance, panicked because you've raised your standard and you're not looking back. On the other side, a real king is circling you now, energetically, and he's ready. He's not playing with your time, your softness, or your worth, okay? And he's not trying to trigger the old version of you because he's showing up to match the value you finally claimed in yourself. And baby, let's be clear. This person on your mind feels that shift, okay? Because they once, this is the thing, they know once you lock eyes with the right one, it's wraps. There's no getting you back, okay? There's no getting you back from a king who sees you and invests like he means it. You're not out here begging for clarity anymore. You're radiating value, worth, and high frequency knowing. And the only people who can't stand it, the ones who never deserved access to it in the first place. Stick with me, because the next card I pull is about to show whether this past person is stepping up, stepping back, or getting replaced completely. And stay through the end because I'll break down the total energetic frequency of this message just for you, pile 2. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your next card. All right, thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What do we have coming through? You have the Stone. Stone card. That's, of course, Earth energy. So it does represent the Pentacle energy as well. So it's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo showing up. And that could be in the top placements of your birth chart or this person's birth chart. Let's see what's coming through. You got the 12th house, surrender. And listen, pile 2, if you want the insight on who this King of Pentacles really is that's coming in, I encourage you to book a personal reading or a birth chart reading, okay? And I can give you facts, all right? So let's see here. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, we're going to start here with the Stone. Starting with the Stone. All right. Now, this card is Earth energy all day. Like I said, it's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So that Pentacle energy is rooted. It's reliable. It's intentional. And Spirit is saying this is not someone that you'll have to figure out. The King energy coming in, he's already grounded in who he is. Okay, so the Stone shows up when a person is unshakable, when they have done the work and aren't moved by noise. So while the person on your mind might be still unstable and watching you from the sidelines, this other energy coming through is coming in solid, steady, and real grown. Not obsessed with control, obsessed with consistency. Okay, so you might feel him before you see him, all right? And trust me, when he does arrive, he won't question your worth. He'll recognize it and reflect it. And listen, like I said, if you want receipts on who this King of Pentacles is, book your personal or birth chart reading using the link in the description. There's only so much I can say publicly, but in a one-on-one, I'll tell you his placements, his timing, his real life vibe, all of it. No guessing games, just facts. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the 12th house card that came through as well, which is the house of surrender in an astrological birth chart. As you know, some of you may know that there are 12 houses in an astrological birth chart, and each house represents something different. But we're going to talk about here the 12th house, right? Which is the subconscious mind. It's guilt, it's prayer, it's the Akashic records and dreams, as well as karma and forgiveness. So let's break it down. Thank you, Spirit. The number 1 and 2 is also significant here, either in the birthday, birth month, or birth year of yours or this person. So, but right now, let's talk about this 12th house. This is not surface level. This is the subconscious mind, the veil behind the veil, the place where all the stuff that they don't say lives. Okay, this house holds dreams, karma, guilt, prayer, past lives, the Akashic records, and full on surrender. So when this card shows up with the King of Pentacles and the stone, Spirit is saying connection goes way deeper than words, and actions are even, connection goes way more deeper than words, actions, or even current reality. This is soul level sorting. So let's be real. Somebody is sitting with silent guilt. And not because you cursed them out, not because you blocked them, but because your absence has forced them to face the part of themselves they tried to bury. This 12th house energy is that I see what I did and I don't know how to fix it kind of pain. Okay. And it's spiritual accountability. And baby, that's the realest kind. But let's not forget, the 12th house is also the house of divine redemption. It holds the keys to karmic completion, which means you're either closing a cycle or opening a portal. And if you have been dreaming about this person, feeling them in your sleep, not just nostalgia, okay? That's not just nostalgia. That's soul residue being cleared. All right, so stay with me because the next card is about to show whether this energy is resolving itself within them or if this King of Pentacles is here to replace their shadow with something you can actually trust. And as always, Clarity Family, I'm summarizing the total energetic frequency at the end of this reading. So don't click off now. This story's just getting clear. All right, let's go ahead and pull your next card. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? I'm sorry. This person says, I'm sorry. I hate how much I've hurt you. I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. You didn't deserve any of it. Whoa. All right. Tell you what I'm picking up. Well, let me hold this card because they, guilt, you saw guilt with the 12th house, right? Honey, Woo, there it is. The words that they should have said out loud, finally showing up in your reading. But let's be clear. This isn't a surface apology. This is regret soaked in silence. This is them watching you elevate, watching you detach, watching you heal while they sit in the wreckage of what they didn't know how to hold. And the gag is, you didn't even ask for this apology. But Spirit is letting it come through because it's been vibrating in their chest every single day. And they know. They know what they said, what they didn't say, what they should have protected, what they broke. And they know now that you didn't deserve a single drop of that pain. So this is what happens when the 12th house activates karma. When the stone shows up to remind them that your love was a foundation, not a free trial. And now the energy shifted because you have changed. You're not seeking closure. You are the closure. So this, I'm sorry, it's real. It's real. But it's also late. And now you get to decide if that apology buys access or if it just closes the book. Stay right here, Clarity Family, because I'm about to break down your total energetic frequency after I pull your next 2 cards. So you got 2 more cards to go, so let's do it. What is the energy, Spirit, as it does relate here, coming through for you, pile 2? You got the Angel Aura Quartz. Angel Aura Quartz. It says lightens up. All right. So, thank you, Spirit. That part. Here's the thing. You put this message, lighten up, okay? And it's like, oh, Spirit says, stop carrying what you already healed from. Okay? Because this is your confirmation that you don't owe heaviness to a connection just because it once meant something. You're allowed to heal and feel light again. You're allowed to laugh and flirt, shine, and move on without guilt, even if they're still sitting in apology energy. Okay, because this card is like a spiritual breath of fresh air. It's saying you have done the crying. You've done the processing, and now it's time to do the living. The Angel Aura Quartz doesn't ignore the pain, but it refuses to stay trapped in it. And, honey, that's what this new King energy, okay, the one from earlier, is bringing. Peace, play, presence, no pressure. He's not watching you through memories, okay? He wants to make new ones. This is your permission slip. Your permission slip to stop checking on all that past like it still pays rent. It's okay to come and see what's up and what's on their mind, but baby, don't hold it heavily, because you have to process that, right? And processing and healing is not linear. So you may have to process it forever. You may have to keep checking in and say, what's going on with them? But you're not feeling the weight of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So stop checking on the past like it still pays rent. You're no longer proving your worth by holding emotional weight, is what I'm saying. You are proving it by living rent-free light and fully in your joy. So don't go anywhere, because this last card is about to anchor all of this, okay? What's been building in your field, what you're releasing, and exactly what's showing up next in love. And yes, your total energetic frequency breakdown is coming right after that. So let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Spirit. You know what? I got 2 more cards for you. Hold on. I'm looking like, wait a minute, something does not feel complete. Okay, we got 2 more cards to go. Yeah, the story is not complete without these 2 cards. All right, so let's see what the energy holds. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what is the energy as it does relate? Ace of Cups, baby, this is a new love and a new relationship, a marriage, a proposal, everything new. Look, it's in confirmation what Spirit just said about the King of Pentacles. You better slay, pile 2. Listen, whoa, I am so happy for you. I do want to point out that the cup energy does resonate with the water zodiacs. So you got Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Could also be seen in this new person's in their top energy, such as their sun, moon, or rising sign, seventh house of relationships, or the planet Venus, or this water energy, sensitive, emotional, imaginative energy could be in the top placements of yours. Thank you, Spirit. Baby, listen, Spirit's not playing about this King of Pentacles. He is not a placeholder. He is not a maybe. He is the answer. The mirror, the secure landing you didn't even know you were manifesting while healing from the last one. So you didn't just close a chapter, you closed a whole karmic novel. And now Spirit is handing you the pen and saying, write joy, write softness, write something you don't have to survive. The new love, this new love, it does not trigger trauma. It honors your evolution. It's not obsessed, it's present. It's not conditional, it's consistent, okay? So he's not coming in to compete with your past. He's showing up because he was never part of it. And Spirit is saying, you did the work. Now here's the reward. Receive it with no apology. Okay. So go ahead, Pile 2. Slay like the divine. Okay. Radiant, high frequency. Slay like the goddess you are. Because what's coming, it doesn't confuse, doesn't delay, doesn't miss. And listen, don't even blink because we got one more card to go before I break down your total energetic frequency. This is the final layer, the vibration that seals what's leaving, what's arriving, and what your soul already knows. All right, so let's go ahead and pull your final card and message before the summary. Thank you, Spirit. What's the energy as it does relate? Baby, wedding rings. Are you serious? Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. That part right there. Look. Okay. Honey, let's be all the way real. Let's be all the way real. This ain't a crush. This ain't another cycle. This is the one that was written, not rushed. Why? Because you didn't settle. You didn't chase. You aligned. And now Spirit is saying, I'm bringing you someone who honors every version of you, even the one you outgrew. Okay? So this is divine alignment with a real partner, a forever frequency. Not just wedding rings in the physical, but energetic rings, commitment, safety, shared vision, deep purpose, and mutual devotion. Let me say it again for the people in the back. This person doesn't take. They build. They stay. They vow. And you're not asking for too much. You're just finally aligned to receive all of it without begging, waiting, or breaking your back emotionally. This connection is so spiritually sacred that even your ancestors are leaning in like, yes, this is the one. The prayer you didn't have words for. And now, let's bring this home because I'm about to break down the total energetic frequency of this entire reading, so you walk away knowing exactly what's leaving, what's arriving, and what your soul is being prepared to step into. Okay, so let's go ahead and summarize it. Thank you, Spirit. All right, pile 2. Here it is. The energy you're leaving behind is you're walking away from emotional crumbs disguised as connection, guilt, obligation, and people who only get it when you're already gone. Okay? Relationships that made you doubt yourself, shrink yourself, or wait to be chosen. You're also walking away from half-grown apologies delivered too late and too light for what they broke. Okay? Because you are done with playing therapist, savior, or emotional rehab center. You don't live in survival mode anymore. The energy you're standing in right now, King of Pentacles energy. Stable, protective, emotionally mature, and ready to pour into you without needing to deplete you first. The stone and angel, the stone plus the angel aura quartz. You are grounded in light. You hold depth without heaviness, joy without justification. The 12th house plus I'm sorry. You've mastered the karmic lesson, okay? And Spirit handed you the key to forgiveness, not for them, but for your freedom. Wedding rings plus new love. This is sacred. This is next level. This is Spirit sealing your healing with a forever kind of love. The love that's entering your field. He's not from your past, but aligned with your future. Not coming to complete you, but to expand what's already whole. Not confused. He's clear, consistent, and covering. This is a man who prays with you, shows up for you, protects your heart and your purpose. He doesn't compete with your peace. He moves inside it. He's the King of Pentacles, not because of what he has, which he has a lot. He's wealthy. But because of who he is. And he sees you, not as a chapter, as the whole damn story. And there's a final word from Spirit here that's coming through. You did the work. You broke the cycle, and now you're being rewarded. Not because you're lucky, but because you finally stopped settling for the version of love that made you doubt your own magic. Receive this without guilt, without hesitation, and without checking if someone else is okay with it. It's your turn. It's your time. It's your person. If this reading hit deep and you want me to break down your chart, your love timeline, and your next level, the link to book a personal birth chart reading is in the description. Trust me, there's more that Spirit wants to say, and I'm ready to channel it just for you. Like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, stay soft, stay powerful, and stay clear. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. Y'all already know how we do it over here. No sugarcoating, no chasing, no confusion. Just raw, real, and clear. So this reading is all about the person on your mind and their exact feelings. Pile 3, your energy here drew you here to the tangerine glass crystal. Baby, you're already vibrating on some rich, warm, unbothered energy. And the Queen of Pentacles showing up is confirmation, baby. You have elevated. You're softer, stronger, and way less accessible. You're not entertaining maybe energy. anymore. Okay, no, you're not performing for validation. You are the standard and it shows. Okay, so this person on your mind, they feel the shift. And not only do they feel it, they're intimidated by it. Okay, because they know you used to pour. You used to pour. So now you're the prize. And you're no longer emotionally available to be picked apart and put on hold. The Queen of Pentacles is giving peace over panic, provision over proving, presence over performance. And this person is pressed AF because now that they see the truth, I had access to someone who could build, nurture, and grow with me, and I wasn't ready. But now that you have reclaimed your time, your glow, and your energy, honey, they are left wondering if it's too late to match the frequency you now require. Don't go anywhere, because the next card that I pull is going to reveal whether this person is trying to step up and meet you as a partner, or if this is just emotional nostalgia with no real substance. And stay until the end, because I'll break down your total energetic frequency so you can leave this reading crystal clear. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the underworld. All right, so we're going to find out what that is all about. And you got Gemini. Okay. And of course, Gemini is air energy. It's that curious, communicative energy, the low vibrational Gemini, honey. Ooh. And let's be clear. I just want to state this. All zodiacs can operate from high vibration or low vibration. Just depends on what you own in that moment. Okay, but we're going to talk about this underworld and this Gemini coming out, because that is no coincidence, and I'm going to tell you why. Thank you, Spirit. Let's start here with the underworld. Okay, so, honey, Gemini's air, communication and mental energy, right? It's a vibration, okay? And it's duality. But paired with the underworld, Spirit is saying that this person's been operating in shadow, and now they are standing at a crossroads. Let's be clear. All Gemini energy ain't created equal. It's not good or bad. It's vibrational. So like I said, you get high vibe Gemini, you get connection and brilliance and charm and clear conversation. But low vibe Gemini, baby, you get manipulation, emotional gymnastics, and spinning stories like it's their job. So right now, this person is bouncing between both. The underworld is exposing where they have been hiding beneath half-truths, basically telling lies and avoiding accountability and staying two-faced to keep control. But here's the shift. Now that you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, they can't reach you from the same frequency they fumbled you in. So they are sitting in their own mental echo chamber like, if I say it right, will they listen? If I open up now, will they still care? But you're not decoding breadcrumbs anymore. You're operating from peace, purpose, and power. And unless their words match their energy and actions, you're not even flinching. Stay with me, because the next card is about to show you whether they're actually ready to rise up and match your frequency, or just ghost haunting the version of you that doesn't exist anymore. And remember, I'm breaking down your total energetic frequency at the end of this reading, so don't dip out early. Let's go ahead and pull your next card. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. Honey, this is typical low vibrational Gemini energy. This is cray-cray. A synchronicity at its finest. Girl, I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up. Unclear. Why are we not surprised? Listen. Thank you, Spirit. Right? Boom, there it is. This right here. Classic, low vibrational Gemini energy. And again, I'm not knocking Geminis, y'all. We all got Gemini in our birth chart somewhere. Okay, so I'm not knocking Geminis, but let's be real. When they are unhealed, this is exactly how they move. So 1 minute it's obsession, the next silence. Okay, they want you, but only on their terms. They crave you, but only when it's convenient. And now that they feel you pulling all the way back into your queen energy, I don't know how I feel. Nah, baby, you just don't know how to handle someone who finally stopped playing in your shadow. But let me tell you what I'm picking up. This isn't confusion. This is emotional immaturity wrapped in projection. They are overwhelmed that you're no longer a predictable source of supply. You're no longer reacting. You're no longer available for mixed signals. And that is what's throwing them into a spiral. Not your energy, but their lack of control over it. So this card doesn't expose you. It exposes them. Don't move just yet, because the next card is about to show you whether this shift, right? Whether they shift up into accountability or spiral deeper into confusion. And as always, your total energetic frequency is coming at the end, so stay into the last word, baby. All right, so let's pull your next card. Okay, so what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got the Amethyst. Trust your intuition. Honey, this card screams that you are intuitive AF and that you have seen patterns of behavior that you can no longer ignore. So let me just say this. Let me see here. Okay. Baby, this card is intuitive AF, and if you have been feeling like something's off, even before they said it, you were not being paranoid. You were being psychically warned, okay? So let's talk about it. You already seen the patterns. You already felt the hesitation, and you already picked up on the inconsistency, the excuses, the vibe shifts that don't match the words. And now Spirit is saying, you don't need more proof. You already know that this person might be unclear about, how they feel, but you're not confused. You're clear. You're grounded. And deep down, you already knew this, okay? You knew that this connection was walking a thin, energetic line between past potential and present misalignment. So amethyst here is here to wake up your inner knowing. You're not here to decode them. You're here to trust yourself. And the moment you stop second guessing, you shifted the entire frequency. So if their energy feels like deja vu wrapped in a new excuse, that's because it is. And amethyst isn't just whispering it. It's shouting it. Okay, so stay all the way through, Clarity family, because I'm about to break down your total energetic frequency. All right, from the Queen of Pentacles plus the Tangerine Crystal all the way through your next two cards, okay? And we're going to find out. Was this person really triggered, right? What you're being called to step into next, and why you're not crazy for trusting your own vibe over their mixed signals. So let's pour your next two cards. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? Ooh, the Nine of Swords. Somebody worried. You got them worried. And it's air energy connected to this Gemini. Also, air is Aquarius and Libra. Thank you, Spirit. The Nine of Swords, girl. Let me just say this. Okay. We ain't good, but we still good. Listen. Somebody is worried, okay? And it's not just nerves, it's energetic panic. Because the deeper you root into your Queen of Pentacles energy, frequency, right? The more unbothered you become, the more this person spirals. Let's call it. They thought you would wait. They thought they had more time. But now that you're not chasing clarity, right? They're chasing your absence. This night energy, right? This Nine Source energy is fast, messy, and scrambling to make sense of what they broke. And that synchronicity, honey, is wild. It is wild. Because this is the air energy again. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's the mind overthinking the duality. And it's confirming what you already felt. That this person doesn't know how to handle losing someone who finally put themselves first. But more importantly, let's talk about what they triggered in you. What this person really triggered. Okay? Your boundaries. You used to explain them. Now you enforce them. Your intuition. You don't ignore the red flags anymore just because the vibe is familiar. Your worth. Their inconsistency taught you that real love doesn't need to confuse you. Okay? It doesn't need to confuse you to keep you interested. So they didn't just break your heart. They broke the illusion that you had to earn love by overgiving. And Spirit let that happen so that you would remember who the F you are. Now, what you're being called into now is relationships where you don't have to explain your value. It's recognized. And partnerships that are stable, grounded, and not tied to emotional performance. A future built from clarity, not chaos. You are being called into embodied sovereignty. And the people who can't rise to meet that will fall out of your energy on their own. No fight required. And why you're not crazy for trusting your own vibe. Because your nervous system felt it before your mind could name it. Because your energy pulled back the second their actions started slipping. because you're not intuitive by accident. You're intuitive by divine design. So no, you're not crazy. You're just clear now. And they're finally feeling what it's like to lose access to someone who loved them deeper than they were ready for. One more card to go before we close this out with your total energetic frequency, pile 3. So let's finish strong. Let's go ahead and drop that final card. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what we have coming through. You got the chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. This is what they're dealing with. And honey, Spirit came in with this last card like, let me just remind you. Okay. This is exactly what we're dealing with here, okay? This isn't love, it's attachment. This isn't devotion, it's survival mode. So the second you pull your energy back, the second you said, I'm no longer the one I'm no longer the one over functioning. Once you said that, they panicked. Because what you triggered in them wasn't just heartbreak, it was the abandonment wound that they have been avoiding since before you ever met. Okay? Because they don't miss you because they're ready. No, they miss access to your softness, your stability, your steady love that held them like a mirror, and they weren't ready to look. This chaser energy, it's not just emotional, it's karmic. So Spirit is showing you that this person is stuck in a loop. And every time they get close to something real, they chase it, sabotage it, then run from it again. And now they feel the shift. Because this time, you're not waiting. You're not chasing. You're not playing along. You have stepped out of the game. And now they're stuck holding the same patterns that used to keep you hooked. But not anymore. You're not just the Queen of Pentacles. You're the embodiment of emotional security. And that kind of peace, it only attracts what's grounded, what's real, what's reciprocal. Now, the total energetic frequency of pile 3, you graduated from being the caretaker of emotional chaos, over-explaining your boundaries, and being chosen in moments but ignored in patterns. And now you are standing in tangerine crystal energy, vibrant, warm, magnetic, and powerful. Queen of Pentacles, the frequency of peace, prosperity, and provision without self-betrayal. The wisdom to see mixed signals as clear answers, and the strength to trust your intuition even when the emotions feel loud. This person's exact feelings, full of conflict, guilt, and deep-seated fear of losing you permanently. But Spirit is clear. You're not here to heal someone who won't hold themselves accountable. So if this reading hits you deep and you're ready for me to break down your personal love timeline, your birth chart, or the details Spirit is holding just for you, go book your personal reading or birth chart reading using the link in the description. There's so much more I can say privately that I can't say here. And I'd love to channel that clarity just for you. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, stay grounded, stay powerful, stay clear. I am sending you lots of love. and good energy.